Good morning and welcome to your one-stop breakfast program on MCLtv. Good morning, Abia. And no matter where you're watching us from, be it about Umahia or East Environs, this is a program that comes your way Monday to Saturday, 8 a.m. And of course, this is where we educate, inform, enlighten you on what is happening in not just our state, but also Nigeria and of course globally. Well, it's still on the 10th anniversary, 10 years of Good Morning Abia, always being there for you and with you, educating, informing, enlightening and sensitizing you on what is happening in our society. I am Ruth Ohans and I'll be your host on today's program. And of course, I will not be doing this alone. I have Ezine Mwafo here with me. Good morning, Ezine.
Good morning, Ruth. Good morning, Abians.
And of course, before we move further, we shall be looking at the words of Nabo, words that actually help you to become better individuals. And words of Nabo this morning says,
patience and perseverance have a magical effect before which difficulties disappear and obstacles vanish. Patience and perseverance have a magical effect before which difficulties disappear and obstacles vanish.
Yeah, isn't it? Truly, patience and perseverance have this effect. When you persevere, when you are patient, when you know something that you get to where you are aiming for, what you are looking for, and you go, you see that all those effects, obstacles, and mountains on your way will actually move away by themselves. So today, we urge you to actually never give up. Don't give up. Maybe there are things you're seeing on your way. Don't give up. Of course, we know an adage that says that the patient dog is the fattest bone. And quickly, we shall be moving to the news where Ezine Mwafo is already here to give us details of the news.
On the news segments of Good Morning Abia, there was a mild drama at the Senate on Tuesday as the 2019 and 2020 Niger Delta Development Commission NDDC budget was presented. After Senate President Ahmad Lawan read President Muhammad Buhari's letter during plenary, Minority Leader Senator Naya Abarigi wondered who will appear before the relevant Senate committees to defend the budget proposal. He noted that the confirmed NDDC governing board members are yet to be inaugurated. Abarigi said, and I quote, "We just heard from you, Senate President, the communication from Mr. President which relates to the presentation of the NDDC's budget for approval. Of course, what it will mean is that the budget will go to the relevant committee of appropriation and the NDDC committee and some persons will come to defend the budget. Having regard to the fact that this Senate has confirmed members of the board of the NDDC and they are yet to resume office, Mr. President, I fear that we may run into a problem of delayed budget again since nobody will come to defend this budget. So to prevent a delayed budget for the NDDC, that is helping the region for development, it will be better for us to prevent this issue from coming and let the needful be done." End of quote. The Senate is pushing for the removal of a 2-month statute of limitation on the prosecution of rape offenders as contained in the Criminal Code Act. It endorsed a proposal that kidnappers should be jailed for life as against the provision of 10 years imprisonment in the extant law. This follows its consideration of a bill seeking to delete the statutes of limitation on defilement and provide for life imprisonment for kidnapping in the Criminal Code Act. the bill titled A Bill for an Act to Amend the Criminal Code Act, Cap C38 LF9 2004, to delete the statute of limitation on defilement, increase in punishment for the offenses of kidnapping, remove gender restrictions in the offense of rape and for related matters 2019, is sponsored by Senator Oluremi Tinubu, Lagos Central. In her lead debate, the Senator says that the amendment being sought is meant to delete portions of sections 218 and 221, amend the definition of rape as contained in section 357, and increase punishment for the offense of kidnap in section 364. She said that the globally accepted aims of criminal law and the criminal justice system include deterrence, retribution, restoration, and rehabilitation of offenders. Senator Tinubu said the criminal justice system ought to deliver substantial justice and closure to the victim, the offender, and the state. The Senator noted that Section 218 of the Criminal Code provides that anyone who has unlawful carnal knowledge of a girl under the age of 13 or attempts same will be guilty of a felony and liable to life imprisonment or 14 years imprisonment. Federal High Court in Abuja has scheduled judgment for February 25, 2020 in the trial of former spokesman of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, Olisa Metu. Metu and his friend Destra Investment Limited are being tried for allegedly receiving unlawful 400 million naira from the office of the National Security Advisor, ONSA, also accused of carrying out a transaction of $2 million without going. Justice Okona Bank chose the judgment date yesterday after parties adopted their final written addresses. During trial, the prosecution tendered many documents in evidence, among them a Diamond Bank document which captured details of the transactions carried out by Metu and Dextra Investment Limited. The prosecution, led by Sevan Osai, called 8 witnesses and prayed the court convict Metu based on evidence established against him. Defense lawyers Ebel Ozioko for Metu and Tochukwu Onwubufo, Senior Advocate of Nigeria for Destra, urged the court to discharge and acquit their clients on the grounds that the prosecution failed to prove the alleged offenses. A coalition of 47 organizations have urged African countries contemplating fake news and hate speech laws, including Nigeria, Ethiopia, Cameroon, and Gambia, to draft policies and legislations that can affect their citizens' freedom of opinion and expression. The coalition, which includes Paradigm Initiative, Budge IT Foundation, and Enough is Enough EIE from Nigeria, posited that the legislative actions on fake news and hate speech are without regard to their obligations to Article 19 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights to protect the rights of their citizens to freedom of opinion and expression. Article 19 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights includes the right to receive and impart, regardless of frontiers, information and ideas through any media whatsoever. The coalition opined that the attempt to regulate the use of social media through overarching legislation is to mask human rights violations and create barriers to long-term stability and peaceful dialogue. Members of the public have been warned against excessive alcoholic beverages to avoid disease. A medical practitioner gave the warning in an interview with MCLtv News. Victor Akuma completes the report.
The consumption of alcohol plays an important social role in many countries. Most countries have laws regulating the production, sale, and consumption of these beverages. However, these laws over time have been met with dismay as the increasing market need of the beverages have made producers go beyond stipulated limits. Nigeria is no exception. A medical practitioner, Dr. Ugochukwu Okoro, speaks on the dangers of excessive intake of alcoholic beverages.
It's good for people to recreate, but what we are against, so much against, is taking alcohol in excess, and that's what WHO is against that. So we are against taking alcohol in excess, because excessive intake alcohol can cause so many things in the body. The first thing excessive intake alcohol can cause is one, it can cause what we call disruption of motor coordination. Alcohol can affect the cerebellum. Cerebellum is part of the brain, that controls the balance. So when somebody takes excess alcohol, it's going to disrupt the motor coordination of the body. Alcohol can cause dehydration. The person will have loss of water, because when you take too much alcohol, you start urinating so much. And when it's because of inhibition of vasopressin from the posterior pituitary, the person is predisposed to primary liver cell carcinoma. The person can develop cancer of the liver.
Mr. Gochukwu noted that there is nothing wrong with taking alcohol, though it really has any nutritional benefits, but he suggests that a moderate intake for the sake of recreation and relaxation is not out of place. He therefore urges all to imbibe moderate intake of alcohol.
We are not telling them that they should stop alcohol. What we are telling them that they should start taking alcohol in a moderate form. And if you are taking too much and want to stop, no, you gradually stop, because you may develop what you call alcohol withdrawal syndrome. It's another very big disease. You can't be taking alcohol for more than 4 years, 5 years, and you just stop now. I say you don't want to take alcohol. For 1 week you will not take alcohol, you start developing what you call alcohol withdrawal syndrome. So what you do now is you must, in a slowly form, if I have been taking 7 or 6, you reduce it to 3, you reduce it to 2, you reduce it to 1, and from there you now stop. But if I take alcohol in excess, I'm begging, I'm pleading, please stop for your health, for you to live a long life.
According to the World Health Organization, WHO, 3 million deaths occur every year as a result of harmful use of alcohol. The report further shows that 200 diseases and injury conditions occur due to the said harmful use of alcohol. These statistics does not represent physical violence involved in excessive intake of alcohol, as most wives suffer injuries from their husbands who are often drunk. Hence, the need for moderacy while taking alcohol. Victor Akoma, MCL News.
President Muhammad Buhari has condemned the ongoing violence in Boki local government area of Cross River State, which has in the past 24 hours led to a yet to be ascertained number of deaths and arson attacks. So far, there have been claims and counterclaims as who restarted the killings and arson between neighboring Saduk and the Boja communities, while the origin of the mayhem is still unclear. In a statement by the Senior Special Assistant to the President on Media and Publicity, Malam Babashedu, in Abuja on Wednesday, President Muhammad Buhari said that no dispute or grievance is worth the violence snatching away of another person's life. He advised that Nigerians must learn to live peacefully with each other and seek less brutish means of resolving conflicts. The statement stated that President Buhari is aware that the security agencies are already intervening to bring an end to the crisis. He called on the Cross River State government and the Boki local government authorities to immediately look into the crisis and take action to ensure that the unfortunate situation was resolved, both in the short and long terms. The Speaker of the House of Representatives, Femi Bajagamila, APC Lagos, has announced the death of the former member of the House, Tony Oke. Bajagamila, who made the announcement on Wednesday at the plenary, said that the late Oke was a member of the 4th National Assembly. The Speaker noted that Oke meritoriously and selflessly served the country in the Green Chambers from 1999 to 2003. The House, in line with its tradition, observed 1 minute silence in honor of the former lawmaker and prayed for the peaceful repose of his soul. And with that news, we're going for a break. More news will come your way from the newspaper review. The status.
One-stop breakfast show on TV.
Do not deface Abia State with posters. Do not defecate on our streets. Do not litter Abia State.
My brothers, I say wetin man go do for this world where people no go talk. If you chop,
Do not urinate in public places.
you no chop, dem go talk. Wetin make we do for this world? I say make we go do the things wey we carry for heart. Na so world want am. Abi no be so?
Keep Abia State clean. This message is brought to you by MCLtv.
Welcome to MCL Customer Care Service Information. Please listen to the following instruction upon observation of any of the following on your television screen. Bad signal. Kindly check the positioning of your antenna or system wire connection. Initial card failure or card error. Please remove and bring your smart card to the office. Once your subscription or time expires, program layout or time expired will appear on the screen of the TV set. If you pay for the renewal of the subscription, please leave it on channel 7 for a couple of minutes. When there is a heavy thunderstorm, unplug power cord from the socket. For more inquiry, call urgently on 080-3737-3985 or email on 080-6382-0685. Or you can call the technical department 081-4018-1602 or visit our accredited agents around the state.
My people, for Bodo, Nigeria, one infection don't surface in some part of this country where them they call monkeypox. This infection now from bushmeat, especially monkey, rat and squirrel. Now the fluid from this animal, they cause some more as we get this infection, we get fever, headache, back pain, rashes for all in body like chicken pox, but not be chicken pox, now monkeypox. The only way to stop this ogbonge yamayama infection now to stop eating bushmeat. Have been any bushmeat we don't die, especially monkey, rat and squirrel. Make we try to wash our hand with soap and water before eating any food. Sanitize are good if you get time to watch and regularly. Make all of our health workers they use protective instrument, medicine we fit cure this ogbonge infection. Never day, but we fit avoid them. The Federal Ministry of Health and the National Center for Disease Control don't put head together to fight this monkeypox all over states. Make we now open eye so that monkeypox no go spread. If you suspect any symptoms of monkeypox, make you quickly rush go any health facility way near you. Our guy Presido Mohammed Buhari want everybody make we dey kampe so that we go jolly in good government. Health na where to monkeypox. Now we fit chase am come on. Now Federal Ministry of Health bring una this message.
One-stop breakfast show on TV. breakfast show on TV. It's celebration time!
MCLtv celebrating the 10th anniversary of its popular breakfast program, Good Morning Abia.
You mean MCLtv Good Morning Abia is 10 years?
Yes! The program that discusses diverse issues every day, Monday through Saturday, 8 o'clock to 10 in the morning.
Social,
Political,
cultural,
economic,
educative and trending issues.
MCLtv invites our friends and personalities who are featured.
It's celebration time!
MCLtv celebrating the 10th anniversary of its popular breakfast program, Morning Abia.
You mean MCLtv Good Morning Abia is 10 years?
Yes! The program that discusses diverse issues every day, Monday through Saturday, 8 o'clock to 10 in the morning.
Social,
Political,
cultural,
economic,
educative and trending issues.
MCLtv invites our friends and personalities who are featured on Good Morning Abia over the years. It will be exciting with moments to recall and celebrate.
It will be time to honor our regular guests, while pioneer guests will have the opportunity of appearing again on the program. The event will also feature the cutting of anniversary cake. MCLtv, the world in your home.
It's a celebration.
Welcome to MCL Customer Care Service Information. Please listen to the following instruction upon observation of any of the following on your television screen. Bad signal. Kindly check the positioning of your antenna or system wire connection. Initial card failure or card error. Please remove and bring your smart card to the office. Once your subscription or time expires, program no right or time expired will appear on the screen of your TV set. If you pay for the renewal of the subscription, please leave it on channel 7 for a couple of minutes. When there is a heavy thunderstorm, unplug power cord from the socket. For more inquiry, call Ozumi on 080-3737-3985 or Ihoma on 080-6382-0685. Or you can call the technical department 081-4018-1602 or visit our accredited agents around the state. MCL, the word in your home.
It's celebration time!
MCLtv celebrating the 10th anniversary of its popular breakfast program, Good Morning Abia.
You mean MCLtv Good Morning Abia is 10 years?
Yes! The program that discusses diverse issues every day, Monday through Saturday, 8 o'clock to 10 in the morning.
Social,
Political,
cultural,
economic,
educative and trending issues.
MCLtv invites our friends and personalities who are featured.
It's celebration time!
MCLtv celebrating the 10th anniversary of its popular breakfast program, Good Morning Abia.
You mean MCLtv Good Morning Abia is 10 years?
Yes! The program that discusses diverse issues every day, Monday through Saturday, 8 o'clock to 10 in the morning.
Social,
Political,
cultural,
economic,
educative and trending issues.
MCLtv invites our friends and personalities who are featured on Good Morning Abia over the years. It will be exciting with moments to recall and celebrate.
It will be time to honor our regular guests, while pioneer guests will have the opportunity of appearing again on the program. The event will also feature the cutting of anniversary cake. MCLtv, the world in your home.
It's a celebration.
breakfast show on TV. One-stop breakfast show on TV.
Do not deface Abia State with posters. Do not defecate on our streets. Do not litter Abia State.
My brothers, I say wetin man go do for this world wey people no go talk. If you chop,
Do not urinate in public places.
you no chop, dem go talk. Wetin make we do for this world? I say make we go do the things wey we carry for heart. Na so world want am. Abi no be so?
Keep Abia State clean. This message is brought to you by MCLtv.
One-stop breakfast show on TV. One-stop breakfast show on TV. One-stop breakfast show on TV.
Welcome back, and you're still on to your one-stop breakfast program on MCLtv. Good morning, Abia. And our sincere apologies that we cannot bring the newspaper review, but we shall be moving straight to the discussion segment. And of course, it is still on the 10th anniversary of Good Morning, Abia. And I have three guests on the program. I shall be starting from my left. I have Mrs. Uwema Olunga, who is the Commissioner for Industries. Good morning, Madam. Welcome to the program.
Thank you so very much. Good morning, Abians.
And on my right, I have Dr. G. Okirike, who is a lecturer. Good morning, sir. Welcome to the program.
My pleasure. Good morning, audience.
Okay, shall we start? Mrs. Uwema, congratulations. Yes, you are now the Commissioner for Industries. I'm sure you feel elated. So just a little bit, tell us how you feel, or how you felt when you heard the name being mentioned as the Commissioner for Industries.
Thank you so very much. Let me also first of all congratulate MCL on your 10th year anniversary celebration. You have done so much and so well. Well, when I was announced the Commissioner for Industries, I received it with mixed feelings because the Ministry of Industry in Abia for now is a bit dry. So much attention has not been given to it. So there's so much challenge towards making Dr. Kezin Ipazu achieve his dream of industrializing Abia properly. But we hope and believe God that with the assistance of Abians, we will get there.
Okay, we shall be getting back to your portfolio and of course your ministry. But now it's about the 10th anniversary of Good Morning, Abia. Let me start with you, or let me go to Dr. Gio Kirike. Now you've been a guest on the program, and this is 10 years. Just what do you think about the program?
Yes, Good Morning, Abia.
Yes.
Splendid, tremendous, informative, and generally provider of information on the important issues happening in the society at any given point in time. The mass media has the fundamental role of playing the role of performing the function of a pressure group. But when we talk about pressure group, some people think of confrontation. No. When you talk about pressure group, you focus more on what we call interest articulation. How do you, if you are leading a society or leading an organization, you discover there may be segments in such an organization or society. And you need to know the problems of the various segments. Like in Abia here, you have the local government, you have the teachers, you have other groups. It may not be so easy for you to identify the specific needs of the specific group. That is where the mass media comes in. They articulate the interests and they provide information to the leaders. If one should take a particular cognition of the role of Good Morning Abia, you discover that it has served that purpose of providing the government, not just the masses, the government too. I believe that government functionaries listen to discussions of Good Morning Abia, and from there they at least gather ideas on the thinkings of the people. You are not talking of a live program where people follow. And so you don't just get the ideas of the discussant, you also get the ideas of the people that follow. So it has served very good purpose of making clear to the people different societal, political, cultural, and religious issues that many of the societal persons may not have been so appreciative of. From Good Morning Abia, I've come to discover that so many persons have become very much informed about happenings in Abia, not just in Abia, Nigeria and the world as a whole. So I say kudos to Good Morning Abia of MCL.
Thank you very much, sir. Now, this is one more Lumumba. You have been on the program 10 years down the line. What can you say about the program?
Like Dr. Kireke said, the program has been wonderful. Not just Good Morning Abia,
other programs that MCL does, like Gene, like showing every football match that is played, either national or international, and even the local teams. This program provides Abians, especially about people, the opportunity to know timely things that happen in Abia, whether good or bad, the processes and the stuff like that. So this program is a very commendable program. Above all, the charge of MCL is so very cheap when compared with the quality and type of programs they offer. 2001. I don't want to say increase it, but I want to say I'm surprised how you manage to do all these things in 2001. Keep it up. And congratulate Mike and the entire management of MCL for the way they are running. And you discover each time you come here, there is an improvement in terms of the quality of equipment, in terms of the cleanliness of the environment, in terms of being steadfast in the duties they do. So there is progressive improvement in the way MCL management executes her duties in this organization. So I congratulate you and urge you to keep it up.
Okay, thank you very much, ma'am. Now, ma'am, I would also want to ask you the question, what are the challenges that you have encountered coming on the program?
The challenges that I encountered coming, sometimes few years ago, when they come here by 8:30 and you discover you are not yet ready to start by 8:30. But today, I was here at 8:30 on the dot and you started. It's part of the improvement that I'm talking about. So just keep it up. Aside of that, I do not think there is anything noteworthy in terms of challenges. I do not think there is anything noteworthy. The teaching challenges you have beautifully overcome. You can see new equipment here. You can see the arrangement of the place. You know, looking every inch like those you see in Abuja. Maybe outside the country. So just keep it up.
Thank you very much. Back to you, Dr. Okay. What are the challenges that you've encountered from the program? You could just give us this particular scenario so that we can actually listen and share with you.
Well, she has identified a major issue, and that is time. Like when I came in this morning and I was asked to go and wait a little while, I told the person, I'm not going to kill my time because I have other engagement. But it's very interesting that you be told come at 8:30 and you come in, the seat is ready for you. Then I also think there is a great improvement on the production. Some listeners used to talk about echo. But I guess that has been taken care of because that complaint has not actually been recovered. And so generally I think there are challenges as far as to participate in this discussion is concerned.
Now, you said something about, you mentioned the challenge. But let me ask you the question. What makes you keep coming back on the program despite having this challenge? What inspires you or motivates you to keep coming for the program Good Morning Abia despite the challenge?
Yeah, the greatest motivation is the fact that it's obvious that so many Abians, so many Nigerians, and particularly government officials listen to this particular program, and therefore see it as a means through which one could disseminate the little ideas that one has about how we can improve our society. Because I have discovered that unlike some of the TV stations, MCL is neutral. Personally, I avoid partisan discussions. I like discussing on mutual basis as a political analyst to disseminate ideas on how we could improve the welfare of the people. And if I discover the TV channel is a bit partisan, I become a bit uncomfortable too. And so that is one good area. I get motivated having that understanding that if you come to MCL Good Morning Abia, you will have the opportunity of airing your views freely without the urge or the push to support one group or the other. You can be yourself. That is one very great advantage I've seen in Good Morning Abia. And I've also discovered so many persons, increasingly, the number of persons that listen increase every day. And that means that if you appear on Good Morning Abia, I wouldn't be talking about myself, we'll be talking about how to help the society.
Okay, how to help society.
Yes.
One of the challenges I'm sure you may want me to talk is the route. Few months ago, it could take you 1.5 hours to come from point A to MCL. But today, the opposite is the case. The road has been worked upon and work still ongoing so that it becomes less difficult to come from anywhere in Abia to MCL environment. So that challenge also has been surmounted.
Okay. Now, just like you made the point, and Dr. Joe Kirike actually confirmed the polling journey. Now, what makes you, what motivates you, what inspires you, what keeps you coming back on the program, or for the program, Good Morning Abia?
The first reason why I keep coming here is because this is our own. When you tune into TVC, you tune into AIT, you tune into channels, and you tune into MCL, the difference is clear. You have a feeling of this is our home too. We feel like Abia is part of what is happening in the mass media. So a feeling of this is our own, we have a duty to support it, we have a duty to encourage it to move on, is one of the major motivating factors. Another thing is having seen the doggedness in the spirit of the management. When it appeared as if MCL was going down, you feel them struggle to bring it back. You feel them struggle to improve on the services and the technological advancement of MCL, making it be a match with other television and radio stations. When we see all these things, we feel encouraged. More so, like I said, they render services that is much more of quality than the money they charge. So when you put all these things together, the question now will be, why won't you feel encouraged to continue to be part of what they are doing and support them? We will continue to support them. They deserve our attention and they will get it.
All right, thank you very much for the commendation and, of course, the support. Now, I want to ask you a particular question also. I mean, you go out there, you listen to what people say. Now, do you think the purpose for this program has been achieved? Having seen the objectives and visions and mission of Good Morning Abia, and you being with the populace there, do you think this vision that we actually have been working with has been achieved? Do you think that people's lives have been impacted positively?
People's lives have been impacted positively, but there may still be room for improvement. As long as one is alive, as long as institutions, as long as organizations are alive, their aim will be to continue to work towards, maximizing the agenda. Like I said, MCL is doing well, but that doesn't mean they have climaxed. That doesn't mean they have gotten to the peak. It means that the way they are moving, let them feel encouraged to continue to go until they get to the peak of the services expected of them. But so far, this interactive program of Good Morning Abia, in fact, most of your programs are interactive. When we talk of Gene, when they talk for few minutes, they wait for people to call you and give ideas and opinions of what is happening in and around Abia. So that interactive nature of most of your programs makes it a very practical one, so that it's not as if one party or the government in power, forces people to reason the same way. Everybody, irrespective of the party affiliation, whether you are partisan or not, has the opportunity to follow and say what they feel. And that, I'm sure, helps the government to note what the people they are governing feels about a particular thing, and that will give them room to make amends so that the society moves on smoothly and peacefully.
Okay, sir, do you agree with what she said?
Of course, I do. I also want to add that I have also discovered that Good Morning Abia has been picking topical issues because it's one thing for you to appear and discuss issues, but it's another issue also for you to pick the primary trending issues in the society at any given point in time. That's an area we could still improve on, so that whenever a given issue is being discussed, it will be such that will attract the attention of the people. So I think from the feelers that I've gotten from people I've interacted from outside, there is that feeling, yes, they appreciate what we need to talk about at any given point in time. But like she said, nobody would want to conclude that the apex has been gotten to, which means there is still need for us to keep improving. And so the people that are involved in organizing the talk should emphasize topical issues that should attract the attention of the people, issues that will provide information for the government, so that government will engage in the formulation of effective public policies. Because we don't just appear on television to discuss for discussion's sake. We are here to inform the people and inform the government. So I want to encourage those that are organizing Good Morning Abia to always bring out topical issues, learning issues that will impact positively on the populace and the government.
Now, you said something about government. I would have asked Ms. Solomon about she is part of the government also. I'll ask her.
She has already mentioned the critical issue.
Yes.
Challenges. Concerning the appreciating of the fact that she recognizes that. That means that without the government, there will be improvement in Abia State.
Now, let's get to the government now. We know you said something about the government officials actually coming on the program and also paying attention to the program. Now, do you think Good Morning Abia has, in the aspect of government living up to its responsibility, do you think Good Morning Abia has impacted or done something positive to change the system or make Abia better when it comes to government doing something for her people or the masses? Do you think government officials, after listening to this, have actually done something positive that Good Morning Abia contributed to the development of Abia State?
Yeah, like I said earlier, she mentioned the issue of roots. And I believe that to a very great extent, Good Morning Abia from these discussions have helped the government to identify specific bad areas in Abia particularly. And the fact that these areas are being looked into means that government officials have been listening to Good Morning Abia. Apart from that, during the elections, we also discovered that Good Morning Abia was involved in analysis of the outcome of elections and pinpointing the loopholes that existed in security and other areas. And I sincerely believe that such information must have been gathered by the government, and that the government must have actually applied such information in subsequent activities. We also want to encourage the government because sometimes the government officials may be docile over the issue of listening to this program because of one engagement or the other. But I want to encourage the government officials to listen because information they say is power. From the information they gather from here, and as I've already stated, I love the non-partisanship of presentation of issues. And so I believe the government will, from that perspective, discover that this is an avenue from which they could generate genuine information, not information tilted to the left or the right, but genuine information neutrally presented. And so I believe that to a very great extent, Good Morning Abia has been a source of information to the government of Abia, particularly.
Okay, now, Shimus Olongo, you're now part of government. Although you've been there, but now you have been given a portfolio. And do you think Good Morning Abia actually has helped shape the government of Abia State in living up to its responsibility?
Yes, it has to a large extent. Like Dr. Koreke said, a number of the programs that are done in MCL television, especially this Good Morning Abia, like I keep mentioning this other one, Gini Neme. There is a program like that, okay? Gini Neme. What they do is to objectively point out areas in governance. They don't generate this data themselves. They after a few minutes, they open their phones and people call in from different areas in Abia. In the last 2 months, let me give this information. Government unbundled the institution they call ASEPA. Made the management to be in the various local governments. We now have DG ASEPA Abia South, DG ASEPA Abia North. And if you are careful enough to note, you will see that within these last 2 months, Abia can no longer be said to be competing with the dirtiest state in Nigeria. The reverse is now the case. We are now competing with the cleanest state in Nigeria. If you are not careful enough, you may not notice it. The reason is that some of the issues pointed out by MCL different programs has been taken into consideration, and the governor decided to unbundle ASEPA. And the result is so very clear. Abia is now clean because different groups have been held responsible for different areas in Abia. In those few months that I'm talking about, if you get to number 1 judges, you may not breathe till you cross that area. But today, no heaps of refugees everywhere. At least it's no more as bad as it used to be. So the point I'm making is that the pieces of information we get from MCL is objective, is unbiased, is not tilted towards extreme left or extreme left. It is aimed at ensuring that government and governance is properly guided to bring the best for the government. So I think they are doing well. So far, so good. But there is still room for improvement.
Now, you said rooms for improvement. Now, what do you think should be improved on when it comes to the program?
The quality of the program. Few months ago or very recently, you can hear so much echo, even on the telephone. If somebody was calling in, it may take you some time to hear properly what the person was doing. I think the quality of the communication needs to be improved upon. It could be the quality of the equipment or whatever it is, I do not know. But whatever it is, that area needs to be improved upon.
Okay. Thank you very much. But before we move further, the phone line will be open for you, viewer, to call in on the program. And of course, you can give a contribution or reaction to what our guests of the program are saying, what our guests have been saying. The phone line will be appearing. It is the 10th anniversary of Good Morning Abia on MCLtv. And for 10 years now, we have been serving Abians and serving you, our viewer, with what we are supposed to do, which is informing, educating, enlightening, entertaining, and of course keeping you abreast of issues in the nation. And so it is time for us to hear from you what you have to say about the program as you celebrate with us, and of course what you think can be done to make your breakfast program, your one-stop breakfast program on MCLtv, better, to serve you more, and to of course give you a more broader vision or broader issues, or save you, give you things about the nation, so we can just serve you better. Quality service, that is what we are after. The phone line is on for you to do just that. And of course, if you have any question to ask the guests on the program, well, feel free to ask the guests on the program questions. All right, sir. Now, over to you, Dr. Okereke. Now, we have seen the program and seen what the program is all about. It is the 10th anniversary of Good Morning Abia. Now, are there changes that you've seen back in the days and of course now? Can you give us the differences or the stages of development? Because you keep saying, yeah, they've changed for the better, they're good, they're better now. Can you specifically talk about those things that you saw back then, before we got to this level, and now? Can the differences, can you just tell the viewer at home things that you've noticed and observed?
We mentioned earlier the issue of echo, which he has reiterated, but I wish to say that there's an improvement in that area. I've not had people make reference to the problem of echo at the background again. Maybe because the program was new in the past, the quality, we need to actually touch on this, the quality of guests. You have to take your time, because this is a live program where if errors are committed, everyone will eventually make an observation of that. And so the quality of guests I was not comfortable with in the past. But I think I've seen a great improvement whereby before you bring a guest to appear on the television, you take time to see the person's background, find out what the person has, what it takes to appear and address the people, because there are persons that will appear and people will just go there and say, what is this man or woman going to tell us? But I want to say that there is an improvement, a very strong improvement on personalities that are being brought in to speak on Good Morning Abia. And then the other issue where there has been improvement is, I mentioned earlier, bringing in topical issues. It's not all issues you bring into discuss. The issues you bring into discuss, nobody will sit around to listen. You bring topical issues that people may not be appreciative of the background information surrounding them. Issues that people will want to get better informed about. Issues that the government will find challenging, to the extent that the government officials will also sit down and want to get information on that. And so I think in these areas there are improvements, like the commissioner will say, we've not gotten there. We should always be moving with the appreciation that we still have places at the top echelon to attend. So far, so good on Good Morning Abia. I want to say kudos and kudos and kudos, while we should continue to improve. So
what do you think the program, okay, now just hold on, what do you think program should improve, or where do you think we need improvement? Because you said there are still places to actually. So where do you think we can tweak, and where do you think we can just touch it to make this program better?
I mentioned that in the direct we could still improve on that. Personalities. I want to advise people now that everybody that must appear, call people, select the persons you like, you will bring in to discuss it. Let them be personalities that people will look at and say, yes, we should listen to this kind of a person. And I've already stated it. Take time in identifying the issues to be discussed. Let them be issues that are of relevance, timely issues. She mentioned the issue, the factor of timeliness. It's not an issue that has been overtaken by events and no longer relevant. You begin to discuss them, people will not get attracted. Go to topical issues that are timely, that will attract the attention of the people, that will make somebody that perhaps is sitting in his sitting room want to move out and say, no, let me sit back and listen to this topic. This is a very important topic. And so that means that Good Morning Abia requires presenters that will be willing and waiting to go into research at every given point in time. I see people bring about newspaper presentations and so on, and then we also should be listening to discussions in other televisions, TVC and also, and then you draw topical issues that will enable you to, in fact, draw the attention of the people you want to draw their attention. If we're able to do that, they think Good Morning Abia will soar to greater heights.
Thank you very much, ma'am. I want to say something.
Yes, I wanted to ask a question. Aside of Abia, which other states can we watch MCL? Is there?
Yeah, but for now, we're working on that, but you can watch MCL online. We're working on expanding our coast, not just in Abia State, but in other southeastern states.
Take that as your 11th year challenge. So that if, for instance, I'm going to Enugu tomorrow, I can stay in Enugu and watch my MCL. If you start from the southeast, it will be a good thing. So that you can relate what is happening in Abia to other states. That will be an encouragement for the state government to be part of MCL. When the home television radio station relays what is happening in Abia to other states, it will make the state government see MCL as a partner in relaying what the good things that are happening in Abia to the rest of Nigeria. Take it as your 11th year challenge. It will go a great deal to doing us some good.
Okay, so you're saying the coverage also should be improved on. Well, dear Commissioner, we are working on that to make Abia a state that we can be proud of in other southeastern states. But you can watch MCL online, so no matter where you are, even if you're going to Lagos, Abuja, wherever you are, you can actually watch MCL online. So that is not a problem. We've heard you, Commissioner for Industries. Let's good morning. Please call us up. The number is on your screen there, but please reduce the volume of your TV set while calling, or you move away entirely from your TV set to see your one-stop breakfast program on Good Morning MCL. Sorry, Good Morning Abia. It is still the 10th anniversary. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Welcome to the program. The name and where okay, please reduce the volume of your TV set. Okay, better. Please, your name again.
My name is Cecilia Brown.
All right. Cecilia. Welcome to the program. Let's hear your contribution or your reaction.
What I think about what Bob is saying, what's saying right. The thing is, I want to answer that. Just a second, and unfortunately, that's not MCL there. They are trying to you know, it's a block and they have to have offices all over South Sea and beyond. Not just Abba. Because it's a one big place, it's only Abba no one. You understand?
Okay.
So it's a really good other places. I think to know how our Abba is progressing. And also to know the activity we have in Abba, that people can come from different areas to come and socialize us. That's the beauty of talking. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Cecilia. We've noted that. Thank you. Looks like Cecilia is actually agreeing to what you said, Mr. Lorenwa. Well, like I said before, Cecilia, keep your mind at rest because MCLtv is really working hard to achieve that. And very soon, we shall be seeing MCL not just about Abia State, but also in states like Enugu, Ebonyi, Anambra, and of course Imo State, Port Harcourt, Calabar, Akwa Ibom, name it, Southeastern State. You'll be seeing MCL there. We assure you of that because that is what we are here for, to serve you better and a wider coverage also, to tell the world that Abia State is a state that we can be proud of. Thank you very much. Well, the phone line is on for you to call us and tell us where do you think we should improve on? What do you think about Good Morning Abia 10 years down the line of serving you? What do you think about the program? Has it impacted you positively in any way? Has it impacted on your community? You can call us and tell us also. Now, Mrs. Olorenwa, back to you. Well, let us dive a little bit into it. But before that, let's take this call. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to the program. Your name and where you're calling us from. All right, sir. Let's hear your contribution. Thank you very much, sir.
Can I get anything
Yes, you can. You can. We have a coverage of Abia State. You can. You can just. MCL is within Abia State. You can. Yes, sir. All right. We've noted that. Thank you very much for calling, and thank you very much for your contribution. Thank you. All right. All right, thank you very much. Well, yes, you can get MCL in anywhere in Abia State. Yes, you can. All you have to do is just go to the head office and they will tell you how to go about that. Trust us, MCL, the world in your home, we don't just say that. It's what we put into action, is our lifestyle and our vision, and of course our mission statement also. Hello, good morning. Welcome to the program. Your name and where you're calling us from. Please reduce the volume of your TV. Hello? Alright. Okay, please, your name again.
My name is Eunice.
Alright, Eunice. Okay, welcome to the program. So, Eunice, let's say your contribution.
Yes, I want people to be based on the situations that we are living now currently. Like that one in line and 12. I don't really think it's really helping. The few people have been using the former station that have been using is better than this previous one. Yes. Then another thing is on recycling. I don't know how it is. You can recite through your phone. Like before we recite this current one, I know what to try to because there's a man, a friend of my husband.
Okay.
Who has been helping us in reciting. We gave him money. We didn't lasted for 5 days before we could start watching it back again.
Okay.
So all the friends were like calling me to
Eunice, you know what? Eunice, we'll urge you. We'll work on that, okay? We'll urge you. Thank you very much. We'll work on that. Thank you very much. Okay, and of course,
the period it takes to recharge, that's what she's talking about.
Yes, exactly.
It's important.
Yes.
For those of us in Abia, we don't have that problem. In fact, the recharging period there is less than 10 minutes. For me, it's less than, sometimes the person that came to pay may not even have gotten home, and it's been recharged.
Wow.
But in this maybe rural areas, work on it.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. We'll read your contribution, Eunice, and of course work on that to make recharging easier for you. Thank you. Let's take this call also. Hello. Good morning. Welcome to the program. Your name and where you're calling us from. All right, Mr. IK. Let's hear your contribution.
Yes, MCL.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay. All right. Thank you very much, IK. Okay. Thank you very much. The sound quality, we've heard you. Thank you. We've taken it of that. We shall be going on a break, and when we come back, Good Morning Abia continues. Don't go anywhere.
Stop breakfast show on TV. It's celebration time.
MCLtv celebrating the 10th anniversary of its popular breakfast program, Good Morning Abia.
You mean MCLtv Good Morning Abia is 10 years?
Yes, the program that discusses diverse issues every day, Monday through Saturday, 8 o'clock to 10 in the morning.
Social,
political,
cultural,
economic,
educative, and trending issues.
MCLtv invites our friends and personalities who have featured on Good Morning Abia over the years. It will be exciting with moments to recall and celebrate.
It will be time to honor our regular guests, while pioneer guests will have the opportunity of appearing again on the program. The event will also feature the cutting of anniversary cake. MCLtv, the world in your home.
It's a celebration.
Non-stop breakfast show on TV.
Welcome back, and you're still on to your one-stop breakfast program on MCLtv, Good Morning Abia. And of course we have been talking about the program Good Morning Abia itself, which we are celebrating its 10th year anniversary. 10 years, 10 solid years. We are not talking about 10 days. And I've been discussing this with Mrs. Uwomo Lewanga, who is the Commissioner for Industries, and of course with Dr. G. Okereke, who is a lecturer. And of course, they are our guests on the program. They've been with us and they have always been discussing issues with us. Now, we shall be delving a little into Mrs. Oluwanga's ministry. Yes, she is a Commissioner for Industry. Ma, now you actually were announced the Commissioner for Industry. And we know that Abia to start with. Abia is a commercial nerve center of Abia State. If not, let's use the word the China of Africa. Let's use that. That's the perfect word to use, because we have people who come in here, they buy and trade, they sell, and they go use, they buy things from Abia and they move to their various city, not just southeastern city. We have people from Cameroon, from Togo, we have people from Dubai who come in and they buy things here. Now, I'm sure you must have seen some challenges in your ministry, having been there for a while. Can you just give us a little, because most people may actually be having some misconception, but you're here to clear the air. At least, what are these challenges that you've noticed in your ministry?
Yes. I will be coming here on the 24th. I've been scheduled. The Ministry of Industry has been scheduled for the 24th of December to say everything about the Ministry of Industry in Abia. But before then, let me just say briefly. Industry has been a department in ministries since the inception of Abia State. It's either Ministry of Industry and Commerce, Industry and Trade and Investment, Industry and Science and Technology. It's been a department. That means the type of attention it deserves, it has not gotten. As we speak today, when I got into that office, I discovered Abia does not have a directory of industries. That is to say, we do not know what industry is here. We do not know where they are. We do not know what they produce. With that kind of situation, it is difficult to manage industry in Abia. But just yesterday, Dr. Kezi was commissioned the poultry at Abia Central in Isialangwa North that produces eggs, chicken, feed for the chicken and the stuff like that. Which means the governor understands the need for industrialization. If Abia must be self-dependent, if the development in Abia must be sustainable, if Abia must move away from the mono economy system of going to Abuja every month cap in hand to collect allocation, which is dwindling by the day. If Abia must develop and be sustained, if Abia must create job for the many jobless people, Dr. Kezi Bazu has realized that the answer to all these things is industrialization. And I want to say here, without missing words, that he has given all his support, financially and morally, to the newly created Ministry of Industry. One problem I discovered is that 70% of the industries in Abia have gone moribund. The elderly ones like us who were here before the war and maybe after the war, you discover that many of those industries that made a batik, BZ, internationally reputable, textile mill, just name them, all of them have gone moribund. And most of these ones are the ones that have these people they call from Lebanon. What do they call them now? I've forgotten the name that has really pressed all the industries in Abia down. Even ceramics. I was there yesterday. the place is a bush. What they do there now is piggery. I want to call on Abians, anybody who has any meaningful information about how to revive this moribund industry should please come up. Our doors are very open. Come to the Ministry of Industries. It is on the ground floor of the secretariat of the ministries at Omai. Please come up and give us ideas. Tell us what you know about these moribund industries and how we can get them come up again. Dr. Kireke was just telling me now, when you go into academics, they tell you government has no business in being in business. They say government has no business being in business. But when you look at it critically, we discover that reverse is the case. Government actually, the business of government should be business and industrialization. That should be the business of government. If the society must stabilize and develop, if the society must stop being beggarly, if the society must stop appearing as if it's insensitive to the needs of the governed, because when you can't provide a job for the person you are governing, the next thing is crime, from one crime level to the other. So if the society must be peaceful and develop and progress, government must be in business, industrializing and doing the necessary commerce. So I thank the governor for creating out the industry department as a substantive ministry. God will give us the energy to take up the challenge so that in the next few months to 1 year,
okay,
we'll see the difference.
So hold on, let's take this call. Hello, good morning. Hello? All right, you said something about, yes, I agree with you, for people who were here, say 90s, 2000s, they actually attest to the fact that there were industries in Abia. Okay. Now, don't you think that also the government may have contributed to the fact that, because as it seems now, there aren't much industries in Abia anymore. Don't you think industries thrive when there are conducive, there is a conducive environment, or when infrastructures are placed, when amenities are provided, then it can actually attract investment and industries in the state. Don't you think also in a way that this is a challenge too?
That is true, on the face value. At least none of the companies folded because of bad road. No. We've been investigating. We were sworn in on the 16th of October. By the last 16th of November, we are 1 month. We've been moving around. We've been talking with the management of these various industries. None of them said bad road made us to fold. Rather, we have discovered that the co-partners, because many of them are PPPs, private partnership or whatever, yes, that they call it. We have discovered that this Lebanese company, why am I forgetting the name? When we go to international glass industry, it is this company that I'm talking about. They have the greater number of shares and they run away. We've been inviting them to come, let us talk. They've not responded. IGI, textile mill, PZ, ceramics, just name it. All these industries that made a batik. It is this company. It's a Lebanese company. Why am I forgetting this? The name of this? I remember it. That has really held us down. The metallurgical complex in Abia. We have started talk with professor of metallurgists from United Nations, some of them from UNN, University of Nigeria and Soka. We are going to hold a meeting with them tomorrow to see how we can begin a process of starting. I didn't say to see how we can start. I said to see how we can begin a process.
Okay, hold on, we have a caller who's calling. Hello, good morning. Hello, thank you for calling us. All right, please, continue.
So we are going to Enugu tomorrow to meet with all these people to see how we can begin an effective process of starting something at the meteorological complex. If you see the amount of machines in that place, and Abia is the way it is, you will wonder what is wrong with us. The machines, they are so massive, they are so many, it covers every aspect of human endeavor. Yet, Abia is the way it is. That is why I am saying that government should be part of doing business this time. Let us see if we can make any headway.
Okay,
and that is what we are poised to do.
Hello, good morning. Good name and where you are calling us from? Okay, Mr. K, let's hear your contribution. Church Gate. God bless you, my brother. Church Gate. This Church Gate has become notorious. All these companies I have mentioned now, Church Gate bought the lion's share of these companies and left. They are no longer in Nigeria. You won't see them for anything. All these companies are locked. They have gone moribund. Workers have been laid off. The equipment there are spoiling. They don't have any plan to come and talk with government. And it was like this because government just established a board, a management, and left them to handle it. So this time government is going to be part of it. And I believe that there will be a difference. We will come alive. Thank you very much. Dr. Okereke, you've not left you out. Now, you are a lecturer, you are enlightened, you're educated, and of course, you are a man who knows also about the state. Now, people are complaining, Abia doesn't have industries yet. We produce a lot. We actually produce a lot. What do you think could be the reasons? Now, we've heard from the commissioner. Now, I'm now talking to you based on the people, the populace. What do you think could be the reason? Do you think government also could be part of I don't want to use the word problem, or could have contributed to the state of Abia not having lots of industries, or at least indigenous industries also, and let's leave out those of the ones that come from other states, PZ and the rest of them.
Well, the commissioner has actually mentioned a critical issue, which is that of control. One of the courses I teach at final year students is what we call public policy making and analysis. And in teaching that course, we address issues associated with what we call public policy cycle. You start a program, you do not evaluate, you do not control, the program will die. Sometimes I hear people say, the money that was brought in to build construct this road or that road has ended up in the pocket of this person or that person, and it's all over. And I laugh, I tell the people, you are liars. Because whosoever wishes to succeed in a program must, in starting that program, appreciate that at a given point in time, there must be what we call evaluation, assessment, asking of questions. How much resources have we put in? What extent of success have we made? Who are in charge? Are the right caliber of people in charge? And Mr. Sovereign has mentioned that government created boards, created management group, and said go and interact with this church people, and they ended up as maneuvering them. We are humans. And unfortunately, one factor that has been destroying humans is the factor of selfishness. And the government generally, therefore, has to appreciate that the board members, the managers, may collaborate. There were collaboration before these organizations that I normally move around Nicholas Rose in Abia, where you have international equitable, just like she mentioned, good India, and see the machines that are rotting away. And I've been asking, and they say disagreement between the white people and the owners of the land, and you allow an establishment that gave employment to thousands of persons, that was generating income in Abia State and Abia, that was recycling. Because when you go to some of these markets, you see the market women and men just sitting idle, because this other man has not generated money, which he will use to go and buy from the other person. And so, the government, I am happy. I know the pedigree, the background of Mrs. Olewenwa. We've known each other for long. So I think she has the capacity. Okay. And I am very much glad to hear her speak. And in speaking, I have come to appreciate that she has knowledge of the truth. Government was not directly involved. And as a commissioner now, in 1980s, 90s, the white people deceived Africans as a whole, and they urged them to go to what they call privatization and commercialization, and they told us that government should have no business in business. How would you survive? Off the screen we were discussing, we were talking about how Mbakwe survived. Mbakwe survived because of poultry, golden guinea, even hotels, all these income generating establishments. You can't sit as the government and like she also says, you wait for every month and you go to Abuja and tell them give me an education cannot sustain you. Here the population of Abia is increasing every day. You have to have the means. We are talking about crime. If international equitable become functional, the metallurgical industry will become functional, and these other moribund industries become functional in Abia, you may not see any boy again along the street, because when we were growing up, many of us immediately it is holiday time, we run to equitable, run to other industries, and we as casual workers at least, you will see young boys along the tracks we see today. So I thank God that we have a person like Mrs. Olewenwa as Commissioner for Industry, and we are here to help in whatever way, so that Abia industries will be revived. And when Abia industries are revived, there will be employment. Government will have less problem of crime, everywhere kidnapping, and so on. People will have all that genuine means of making a living. So I say, Mrs. Olewenwa, welcome to the Ministry of Industries. Do not disappoint us.
Thank you very much. Now, you heard what Dr. Drake, finally, before we get back to the 6th anniversary, what should we be expecting from the ministry, your ministry? What should we be expecting? Yes, it's a new ministry, know that. So what should we be expecting from you in the few years to come, or duration of the term?
The expectation is both ways. The Ministry of Industry is expecting from the generality of Abians massive assistance by way of providing adequate basis of information on one, how to revive the moribund industries, the role of church gate in these moribund industries, what should be done generally. That is the expectation of the Ministry of Industry on the Abia populace. Not just Abians residing in Abia, Abians residing everywhere in Nigeria and all around the world who may have, veritable and vital pieces of information on this aspect. Then I know that the Abia populace in return will also place the expectation of bringing Abia out of this terrible situation that we are in. There is no other thing that will give Abians the opportunity of being employed, the opportunity of being independent, the opportunity of retrieving our past glory. I want to save that glory. If I say it's lost, I want to be challenged. Aba and Abia has lost that glorious state of me saying I am an Aba person. In those days, an Aba person means an industrious person. A person that is not dependent on anybody, because we were able to produce what we use and sell. Many of the things, so imagine today in Abia, anything that we want to do, we go outside to print our simple materials. Even printing on it, we go outside to do all these things. So we pray God. I am urging Abia to continue to put this young ministry in their private prayers and also come up with practical things so that the expectations they place on us, with God on our side, we will actualize it by trying to resuscitate some, if not all, of these moribund industries. And then the ones that are working at less efficient level. Many of the industries in Abia are working below 45%. And then the new ones that will be established will now be established along the line of our needs in Abia. God helping us, we will get there.
Amen, sure, we'll get that. Now, on a lighter note, before we end today's edition of, before we get to the sports segment, on a lighter note. Now, it is the 10th anniversary of Good Morning Abia, and you know, of course, it's just like a birthday, you know, a birthday. So, I'll start with you, let me move over to the Joker. What are your prayers and wishes for Good Morning Abia? Now, let's just imagine it's our birthday. So, what are your prayers and wishes, or where do you hope to see Good Morning Abia in the next 5 years? Your prayers for this wonderful program.
I am always very spiritual when it comes to wishes. So I usually start by asking for God's protection. So I will say the first wish I have for Good Morning Abia is God's protection, because when God says no, you cannot say yes. So I wish them guidance of God, direction from God, and of course the attraction of the necessary equipment and necessary personalities and ideas that will enable the station to become stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger in the future. So my general prayers is that God will lay its hands on the entire MCL, and on the basis of that, MCL will surely progress.
Amen. Let's take this call before we move over to Zulumba. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to the program. Your name and where you're calling us from. All right, please quickly your contribution. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Sure.
And I believe this is what they can come with. Thank you, and I wish our commissioner
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. He has given it us. He said he wants Eyimba Hotels to start working so that, and he also said he wishes you well because he wants most of the Abia youth to be gainfully employed, and that's our prayer because most graduates now after finishing school, thousands of graduates are being released from universities, but the spaces or job opportunities are so limited. So he is saying, Commissioner Ma, that he actually believes in you and knows that you will actually be a great blessing to lots of Abia youths. Hello, good morning, welcome to the program. Your name and where you're calling us from. Good morning, all right, Mrs. Keneka, let's hear your contribution.
I'm happy to see the woman on the screen, Mrs.
Thank you. Keneka, are you there?
And I know in my station, you will do well.
Thank you.
But I said, mommy, please, those industries have been lost, please, if there is any way you can drop it into or three can be working now, I believe it will less the unemployment in Abia now. Most of our youth, they are all of them are into what will I call it, billing and whatsoever. So these things are functioning. I believe they will join one of the companies and join them there.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for your contribution. We shall be going on a break. When we come back, Good Morning Abia continues.
One-stop breakfast show on TV. It's celebration time!
MCLtv celebrating the 10th anniversary of its popular breakfast program, Good Morning Abia.
You mean MCLtv Good Morning Abia is 10 years?
Yes! The program that discusses diverse issues every day, Monday through Saturday, 8 o'clock to 10 in the morning.
Social,
Political,
cultural,
economic,
educative and trending issues.
MCLtv invites our friends and personalities who have featured on Good Morning Abia over the years. It will be exciting with moments to recall and celebrate.
It will be time to honor our regular guests, while pioneer guests will have the opportunity of appearing again on the program. The event will also feature the cutting of anniversary cake. MCLtv, the world in your home.
It's a
One-stop breakfast show on TV.
Welcome back, and it's still your one-stop breakfast program, On MCLtv, good morning Abia, and we are still in the mood of celebration, the 10th anniversary, or should we say happy birthday to Good Morning Abia, 10 years now, and of course 10 years of actually being there with you, for you, and serving you, with topical issues, burning issues, and discussing issues that have to do with us, for the betterment of our state, of our nation, and of our continent, and of course the world at large. And I'm still here doing this with the Commissioner for Industries. This is Olewongwa Uwoma, and not forgetting our own educationist and lecturer, Dr. G. Ukirike. And we have been discussing things ranging from the 10th anniversary, and Mrs. Uwoma has been enlightening us on the challenges in the industry. You know, Mrs. Uwoma, people don't actually know what is going on in this particular ministry, because they may actually be putting the blame on the wrong people and on the wrong things. But having you come in to clear the air that there are people who actually are responsible for those industries that people used to be fond of, or people were actually going to, like Dr. Jokoke said, those days after school, they would go there for holidays. Well, for someone like me, I didn't really actually, I didn't really actually see that.
Well, you're among the lucky ones. We enjoy the casual work and all that.
So we cannot be unlucky. It was not with Mrs. Uwoma, the helm of affairs now. Better industries will spring up, and even better than the ones. So I think your generation will miss out. Because we will enjoy the better ones now. We'll enjoy the better one. We'll get to see better things. I trust this is a woman to do that. So, sir, you think you saw a lot of things those days? Don't worry. Ours will be bigger and better. So if you are among my generation, don't worry. Ours will be massive and they'll be jealous of us.
You say it's even an indictment. But those of us in the older generation enjoyed good things and allowed it to die.
Of course.
It's an indictment. We ought to have taken up the dutiful responsibility of passing on better things than we received. So it's not in our interest. And so that is why it is, maybe I might say thank you to Governor Kezi Bazu for giving this ministry to an older generation of persons. God will give us the energy, with the cooperation of the entire Abians, entire people. I am serious when I'm making this call. People should come up and tell us what they know. Give us their own opinions of how and what should be done. We're in a hurry.
Thank you very much, Ma. Now, Ma, let's go down memory lane. You said something on Good Morning Abia, 7th of September 2014. We shall be playing that clip to see what the Commissioner for Industry said that day.
Let's stay down to find out what is making this woman laugh.
For a solution to that.
Yes, barrister.
You're the man. Some may say, as the cockroach to be Mr. Fowler. The woman. It's very, very interesting. It's necessary for the man to find out the cause of that nagging. What is actually the problem? It shows maturity, it shows responsibility. If a man is also selecting moment, now begin to think of what is actually provoking this kind of attitude from my wife. And you know, as someone that is reasonable, that the kidney, just like she gave an instance, you come back late on daily basis, and not only coming back late on daily basis, you always come back drunk. It's not a good lifestyle. Okay. It's not something like this.
Now let's look at the social implication. Let's hear from 2 minutes.
Welcome back. And of course, that was Mrs. Olewongwa Uwoma defending the women. Now, you were defending women because women are accused of nagging. Now, why can't men be accused of nagging? Why is it always women? let me first ask, have you changed from 2004 to 2017? Do you now have a different perspective of that?
I can't change because I am permanently a woman. Because I'm permanently a woman, I am permanently involved. So I can't change. One of the things that endears me to this program is they give sufficient time to discuss issues of women and children. If you ask me, who are somehow the endangered species in the society. Men are never wrong. That is one of the reasons I don't attend man-wife settling quarrel issues, because they will tell you, my father-in-law was a traditional ruler in those years. He will tell you that a man is never wrong. If a man is wrong, it will never be said in the presence of his wife. It is his fellow men who will call him behind and say, nah, this one is not very good. Nothing will make them tell a man in the presence of a woman that, nah, this one you did is not right. The problem of women being accepted as the rightful partakers or owners of the society is a war. I do not want to say it's unending, but it has a long period by my own assessment. Because when you look at it, a child that is 3 years that is playing, it is the mother that will come and spank her and say, do you know you are a woman? What a limiting question. Which means you have a very short limit because you are a woman. No other thing. A woman is never assessed by the quality of the things she does. She's just assessed by her gender. Okay, it's a problem, but we hope we'll get there.
I heard Dr. Joe laugh when Mr. Longa said a man can never be wrong. Now let me ask you, sir, can a man ever be wrong?
Of course, now we are all human. And like she said, it is a stereotype issue that is found everywhere. Even the so-called advanced part of the world, the problem is still there. I remember when Hillary Clinton came out to contest against Donald Trump, the current US president. Lots of them say, no matter what, America is not a place where a woman should govern at that point. And so I sympathize with the women folk, but it's there. It's a problem that we will gradually overcome. Mr. Lorema is a commissioner for industry. Those days, it may not have come so easily, but there are progress here and there, and the women certainly would gradually, and I think they have already succeeded to a great extent in having a good position in the society. But the truth remains, and it's from God. A woman is a woman, a man is a man.
Quickly, that before we round up, that she was defending. Why is it that men are not accused of nagging? Why is it that it's always women who are accused of nagging? I know there are some men who also nag.
Yeah, I go back to the stereotype issue again. Okay. It's been there in history. And when a man is talking, he's talking sense. But a woman, most times they will say, this is from tradition, go to the backside. She doesn't know what she is saying, but I know the changes are coming.
Okay, thank you very much. Now, Mr. Longa, before we round up, it is the 10th anniversary of Good Morning Abia. Your prayers and wishes, because now it's just like we are 10 years. So you can tell us happy birthday to you, Good Morning Abia. So your prayers and wishes for the program.
Dr. Kereke aptly showed us where to draw our inspiration from, and that is God. I cue into that. Bishop, one of the bishops of the Anglican Church, the one at St. Michael's, his name is Chiodade. I love that name so much because of what it stands for me. It is an attestation that there is only one God, and that any inspiration that does not come from there may not last. So I joined Dr. Kereke to draw the same inspiration from the Almighty God, and wish the staff and management of MCL the goodwill to be able to continue and to see these challenges and draw strength from the Almighty God to subdue them and move on. Especially the challenge of spreading your view to other states in Nigeria.
Amen.
Take that up as your 11th anniversary challenge.
And we want to assure you on this platform, let me just say, we want to assure you that next 5 years, we will not just be watching Good Morning Abia from Abia. You shall be watching Good Morning Abia from the geopolitical, we're talking about the southeastern states. So that, let's say, that is where we hope to see Good Morning Abia in the next 5 years. I want to come back to be bigger and better. Trust us. Next 10 years anniversary, it will be bigger and better. Trust us on that. Well, we now have to draw the curtain on today's edition of Good Morning Abia. Trust actually you've been enlightened, and of course, but okay, before we actually draw the curtain on today's edition, sorry about that, I'll be giving a sign. We shall be going on the break. When we come back, the program continues. Don't go anywhere.
MCLtv celebrating the 10th anniversary of its popular breakfast program, Good Morning Abia.
You mean MCLtv Good Morning Abia is 10 years?
Yes, the program that discusses diverse issues every day, Monday through Saturday, 8 o'clock to 10 in the morning.
Social,
political,
cultural,
economic,
educative, and trending issues.
MCLtv invites our friends and personalities who have featured on Good Morning Abia over the years. It will be exciting with moments to recall and celebrate.
It will be time to honor our regular guests, while pioneer guests will have the opportunity of appearing again on the program. The event will also feature the cutting of anniversary cake. MCLtv, the world in your home.
It's a celebration.
One-stop breakfast show on TV.
Welcome to MCL Customer Care Service Information. Please listen to the following instruction upon observation of any of the following on your television screen. Bad signal. Kindly check the positioning of your antenna or system wire connection. Initial card failure or card error, please remove and bring your smart card to the office. Once your subscription airtime expires, program rewrite or time expired will appear on the screen of your TV set. If you pay for the renewal of the subscription, please leave it on channel 7 for a couple of minutes. When there is a heavy thunderstorm, unplug power cord from the socket. For more inquiry, call us on 08037373985 or in Homa on 08063820685. Or you can call the technical department 08140181602 or visit our accredited agents around the state.
My people, for Obodo, Nigeria, one infection don't surface in some part of this country. With them they call monkey balls. This infection now from bushmeat, especially monkey, rat and squirrel. Now the fluid from this animal, they cause some more. As we get this infection, we get fever, headache, back pain, rashes for all in body like chicken pox, but no be chicken pox, na monkey pox. The only way to stop this ogbonge yamayama infection na to dey stop eating bushmeat. Abi any bushmeat wey don die, especially monkey, rat and squirrel. Make we try to dey wash our hand with soap and water before eating any food. Sanitizer good if you get time to dey wash and regularly. Make all of our health workers dey use protective instrument, medicine wey fit cure this ogbonge infection. Never dey, but we fit avoid am. The Federal Ministry of Health and the National Center for Disease Control don put head together to fight this monkey ball. All of that.
Welcome back, and we are on, and it is still Good Morning Abia, one-stop breakfast program. We shall be actually saying, we're talking about memory lane. It's 10 years anniversary. Now we've played a clip back in the days of Mrs. Olorungo. Now we shall be seeing a clip, a blast from the past, like I would say, of Dr. G. Okereke. So let's see this clip. I apologize for that mix-up, but the clip will be playing subsequently on the program. Now, before we actually play a clip, Dr. Okereke, tell us one of the most remarkable experiences you've had on the program.
The most remarkable experience I've had in this program, I would believe, was an incident that occurred outside. After appearing on telly, I went to get motor parts.
Okay, the director has told us that your clip is ready. So, sorry about that. Sorry for interrupting. Let's see this.
Bank on frustration and desperation, we may take a step or a decision that may boomerang in the future. My stand is this. This thing has been incessant, continual. A short while, another strike. A short while, another strike. And this one has quite lingered. And I would have expected that the government would have used this opportunity to actually, I agree with him, it's not an issue that can be addressed just once. But let it be seen that certain fundamental areas are taken care of. And we also have to appreciate, we don't take the role in jail. There is this absence of sincerity. Let's leave this guy, leave the person on the line will agree with you, sir. Hello, good morning. Good morning. You are welcome to the program. Yeah, my name is Derek.
Well, we just saw that clip from the my stand is that. Do you still hold on to that stand?
I didn't quite, I won't recall actually what the topic was all about, but I know I talked about sincerity, and that has always been my problem. When we are engaged in our activities and I discover that the persons involved are not sincere, I get agitated, and oftentimes I've gotten into trouble because of that, because they say you just have to follow the crowd, but I find it difficult. So I will always stand on sincerity.
So you still hold on to stand. I must say, the joke, look, you're every year young because yeah, because you don't see any like and please tell us the secret to your
secret is simple. Be plain-hearted and don't ever think evil about the other person, and you'll be calm. And always appreciate that where you are is or has been billions of years decided by God Almighty. Don't fight. Only work very, very hard and remain plain-hearted.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Leon Woma, for actually being getting today's program. Thank you very much, Dr. Gio Kirike. With that, we've come to the end of today's edition of Good Morning Abia. Do join us tomorrow, same time, 8 a.m., MCLtv for another edition. But up next is Una Salachi. I am Ruth Ohams. Do have a wonderful day.
Thank you.